episode of Expert Says podcast under PMFBY. I'm your host, Isha Gupta. Today, we are joined by Managing Director and CEO of HDFC ERGO General Insurance, a leading private sector insurer known for building farmer-centric and technology-driven insurance solutions. With over 16 years of diverse experience across reinsurance, underwriting, claims, technology, people functions and sales, Mr. Tyagi brings a strong vision for innovation and customer value. As HDFC ERGO continues to strengthen its role in agricultural insurance under PMFBY, we look forward to hearing his insights on technology, implementation and company's future direction in supporting farmers across India. Mr. Tyagi, welcome to our podcast Expert Says. Mr. Tyagi, I would like to ask you, as a CEO of a leading insurance company in India, how has been your journey so far, and what are the important lessons that you have learned so far in your career?
My journey has been a very simple journey. I started my career in white goods, then I shifted to banking. And then around the same time, insurance opened up for private sector, and then I shifted to insurance. Yeah. And then, started looking at reinsurance in an insurance company, one of the leading insurance companies in the country, and then looked at various departments, and I've kind of risen through, various levels in the organization. So it's been a very enriching journey. It's been a journey which is full of experiences, very fulfilling. My learnings in my growing up phase have been, so I'm the son of teacher parents, of the core values of transparency, honesty, teaching human beings as human beings is something that I kind of bring in my leadership style, and that's these are the core values the HDFC ERGO is also built on.
Of course.
So that is something that has stayed on me. So that's my journey as a CEO.
That's wonderful to know. Mr. Tyagi, HDFC ERGO Insurance has been playing a vital role in information, education and communication, that is IEC, of PMFBY through using different tools in the ground level. So what are the future vision, future ideations, and how it has been grown throughout the years? So
we've been invested in the entire crop insurance space for almost 15-16 years, from the times when it was only the pilot projects in WBCIS and then NIAS, if you remember those days, and then the PMFBY came in.
Yeah.
So our investment in this space has been very, very long investment. So the fundamental thought has always been that we have to disseminate more and more information about this product. The farmers need to know why they should buy it, what are they buying, how are they, what is covered, how will they claim, how will the insurance company assess their yields and stuff like this. So the whole objective over these years have been, how do we disseminate all this information to the farmers in the language that they understand, in the format that they understand. So over these periods, and since you mentioned about HDFC ERGO's campaigns, you have seen it over these years. If you see, these have evolved, right?
Yeah.
So we today communicate with farmers in more than 12 languages. We've done things ranging from Nukkad Natak to running cinema vans where the information about crop insurance will be disseminated, to a new age bot called Pihu, policy information in your hand. We've also done, I don't know if you've seen ever, we also launched a comic strip, which was given to the young students with the whole idea that they will take it back home and their parents will read it. So we've done it all, and the results that we've seen are fairly encouraging. So this is at the crop insurance as the topic level. However, insurance in general is a product where the awareness is an issue. So we, over a period of time, have also created or have also done some of the innovative stuff. So we launched about 10 years back the insurance awareness quiz, which was first of its kind in the country. Where we reached out to schools, and if my numbers are correct, we've, I think, reached out to almost 25 lakh students today in the country, where we organize a national level quiz which is telecast on a very large national network. And the whole idea has been that start creating awareness about insurance in the young minds at an early age, so that by the time they become the customers, they know the insurance product as a risk management tool. So this is what we've done, with the fundamental objective that the users, the buyers, must know what are they buying, why are they buying, what is covered, how will they claim. So the more information, transparency you bring in the ecosystem, more is the customer happiness. So that is what we've done over these years.
Wonderful. I'm sure HDFC will keep on doing the excellent work they've been doing throughout all these years.
Yeah.
So as we know, Government of India's vision of insurance for all by 2047, how is the vision aligning with the government's vision of your insurance company, that is HDFC Ergo General Insurance?
So insurance for all for 2047, it's a very unique vision. It is not only government or regulators' vision, it's a common vision that the industry shares.
Yeah.
So the entire industry has rallied behind this objective of making the country fully insured by the time we reach the 100th year of our independence, and the industry is working towards it. And so are we. And as I mentioned, the whole objective of starting something like an insurance quiz was built on that. So when we do an insurance quiz, and as I said, 25 lakh plus students, we've reached out to thousands of schools in hundreds of cities. You don't only reach out to a student, you actually reach out to a larger ecosystem, because if a student is participating from a school, there is a larger awareness of insurance in that school. The student's family and the extended family knows that there is something called insurance for which my kid is participating. So you can imagine the 25 lakh kids that we've reached out to, it's not 25, it's 25 multiplied by something. At least these people know about insurance now. The industry's joint effort to create a Chakia Insurance Liya campaign that has been there now, which has caught attention and it's been very well accepted by the market, is again targeted towards creating the awareness. So the whole 2047 vision is built on three pillars: the accessibility, affordability, and awareness. And HDFC Ergo is working on all these three. So as I said, awareness is how do you reach out to schools, how do you reach out to farmers, how do you make your communication simpler. As far as affordability is concerned, we have products suiting all the segments from the economic strata right up there to the lower economic strata. And I'm very happy to share, Isha, with you that very, very recently we've also launched a product for the missing middle. Now missing middle, as you know, is these 45-50 crore people who neither are lower BPL nor are APL, they are somewhere in between. So neither are they fully covered by the government schemes, nor they can buy everything which is available for the well-to-do strata. So we've just designed and launched an insurance product for them. It is as of now launched on a trial basis in few cities, but slowly we'll be expanding it. Now, when this product increases acceptability, as I feel, as I see, you can imagine that we've solved the problem of 40-50 crore Indians who are devoid of insurance today for various reasons. So we are working our bit on awareness, on accessibility, on affordability. As far as accessibility is concerned, today you can buy HDFC Ergo products across channels, whether it is CSC, whether it is digital, whether it is a mobile phone. Our largest selling health insurance can actually be completely bought on mobile phone. Our two-wheeler insurance, you can just key in two informations on your WhatsApp and you can buy it. So we have created that ecosystem which kind of supports the 2047 insurance for all objective for the industry. And last but not the least, we as an organization are fully committed emotionally, philosophically, and even from an infrastructure perspective to make the 2047 vision
insurance for
a fulfillment, complete, absolutely.
Wonderful to know that HDFC Ergo General Insurance is working for the people of belonging to different sectors, different economical background. Wonderful to know. How do you see the future of crop insurance in India is evolving throughout all these years, and what is the future of crop insurance in India? And keeping in mind the climate change and all the different aspects, how important it is to have a crop insurance, especially for farmers?
I think that's a brilliant question. Somebody who has been involved with crop insurance, Isha, for almost 15 years, I've seen it going through various stages. And I can tell you, it probably is one of the most advanced, one of the most involved crop insurance schemes in the world.
Yeah.
And this has gone through its own evolution, from a stage where it was nice to a stage where it is now PMFBY, which is a very developed, evolved version of the previous crop insurance scheme. So it has gone through its own development stage.
Yeah.
And it will continue to evolve. Now, the way I see it, technology will be all pervasive as far as crop insurance is concerned, So, satellite imaging has become an acceptable norm now as far as yield estimations is concerned. Obviously, the usage is still relatively low. There are still correlations that you have to, solve as far as the yield estimations is concerned. But I'm sure with the technology improving, with the artificial intelligence, machine learning coming into it, all these problems can be handled very easily. I see in the times to come more relevant and up-to-date weather and climate data coming to the insurance companies using the artificial intelligence so that the more relevant products can be designed. I certainly see that happening. I certainly see the awareness of crop insurance in the farming community increasing even further. I mean, today it's only lonely farmers, and that too, not all lonely farmers also still buy it, which is a pain point for all of us, including the government.
Yeah.
And non-lonely, the penetration is still even lower. But I see as the situation will change, as the times will change, the awareness of crop insurance as a scheme will increase. It's a beautiful scheme. I think if you see the benefit that it gives to the farmers, there's no doubt in my mind that this scheme leads to the betterment of the economic situation of the farming community in the country.
Yeah.
So I clearly see this, the crop insurance becoming more important part of the farming community as far as the country is concerned. The other question that you asked is, how would it change with climate risk?
Yeah.
Or with climate changing? The climate situation is becoming more volatile. It's becoming more predictable. And as a result, obviously, the risk to the farming community, the risk to our crops are also increasing. Now, I read it somewhere. I think there was a study done at Allahabad University and one of the other institutes. Close to about 34 million hectares of monsoon crops have been damaged in past 6-7 years. Now, that's a lot of damage to the country.
Yeah.
We know, obviously, how the climate patterns are clearly changing, causing the green crop damage phenomenon that you would have heard of. Now, these are all happening because climate is becoming more unpredictable, which obviously means that the requirement for a protection mechanism at the core is even increasing. And that protection mechanism is nothing but insurance. So with climate change, in my opinion, the crop insurance scheme becomes even more relevant. It's a simple scheme. It's a scheme that gives benefit to the farmers. Yeah. And I think now with government's initiative like WINDS,
Yes Tech.
Absolutely, Yes Tech. You see how technology is becoming an integral part of this crop insurance scheme, which obviously means that there will be more predictability, there will be more transparency in the crop insurance ecosystem. So I think it's going to become a more important part of the farming community. Of course, there are some issues that need to be resolved, and I think the biggest issue is how does state look at the subsidy release? How do they look at the what is the discipline in the crop cutting calendar? How do you minimize sometimes the data misappropriation at the ground level? But I'm hopeful these issues can be easily handled. So I'm very bullish and very, very optimistic on crop insurance.
Mr. Tyagi, when we talk about farmers' grievances, especially in crop insurance, how HDFC Ergo General Insurance addresses those farmers' grievances on their own level?
So again, a very good question, Isha. I think we owe our existence to our customers. And in this case, my customers are my farmers. Now, if my farmers have a grievance, it is our utmost duty to handle that grievance, to resolve that grievance. I mean, ideally, we should not have a situation where grievances come.
Of course.
But that's utopian. Grievances might still come. So over a period of time, if you see, although the government of India has also worked a lot and the state governments have also worked a lot to see that the grievances minimize, the entire digital ecosystem that has been created, the digital app for crop cutting experiments. We have our own, as you know, the Pihu app, which gives the information to the farmers on about their policy, the coverages, periodic updates on what's happening. Yeah. The call centers that the insurance companies run. If you see the time gap between the crop cutting experiment, the risk, the damage, and the claim payment has come to a bare minimum. Of course, subject to subsidy release.
Of course.
Now, where you have most grievances in crop insurance is in the areas where either there's a delay in subsidy or there's a dispute on the technicalities of the scheme with the other stakeholders.
Yeah.
So we've tried to resolve, we've tried to handle the customer grievances by reaching out to them. Our crop cutting experiments, we do, I think, about 90% plus crop cutting experiments, where obviously then the farmers know that the insurance company has cut the crop and the results are based on the actual crop cutting experiments that the company did. We communicate with the customers a lot, our farmers a lot. Our entire awareness campaign, the outreach campaign that we have a large team of people who are practically on the ground all the times, communicating with the panchayats, communicating with the farmers. Yeah. And last but not least, I personally look at every grievance that comes from all the customers, specifically from my farmers. And let me tell you, since you asked this, as an organization, our grievance rate is less than 1 per 1,000 claims. So it's one of the lowest grievance rates in the industry. Addressing grievances is something which we take very seriously.
Yeah.
So there is a well evolved and well developed process, ecosystem, and capabilities in the organization to handle my customers' grievances, specifically my farmers' grievances.
Wonderful to know, Mr. Tyagi, how important it is to handle every grievances, especially on a company level.
Of course, absolutely.
Mr. Tyagi, when we talk about building farmers' trust, especially in crop insurance, what strategies do you all follow, especially in what strategies you develop and what things you follow in order to have that trust from farmers?
See, you are selling an insurance product.
Of course.
Which has to pay when there is a claim. So there's nothing other than paying claim which can help you build trust of the farmers. So ultimately you have to pay. Everything else is, as I say, everything else is 1%, paying claim is 99%.
Yeah.
So I may do 1,000 things but don't pay claim in time, then there's no trust building. So ultimately we have to ensure that the farmers' claims are paid, are not delayed for unjustifiable reasons. Now, if you see, and I can only speak for us today, our claims, wherever our claims are outstanding, are primarily outstanding for subsidy.
Yeah.
Now, as per the guidelines, I can't pay the claim unless the subsidy is not paid. The problem is, and it often becomes, a pain point even for us as an organization also. This is not communicated to the farmers. Because the various stakeholders will communicate to the farmer different stories. The fact is, wherever a claim is outstanding for me, that claim is outstanding primarily for subsidy.
Yes.
But who would explain this to the farmer? And farmers at times also say, I have had an instance, I have had an accident, the situation, pay my claim.
Yeah.
And farmers also refuse to accept the logic of subsidy has not come, how do I pay claim? Which I think from that perspective is right. So ultimately I would say that to build trust, you have to ensure that the claims are paid. Thankfully for us, there isn't much which is outstanding, and our claims payment has been possibly one of the most prompt, if not the most prompt claims payment process in the industry. And we've won many awards from the government of India in past for this. Second, I would say you have to also communicate a lot with your stakeholders.
Yeah.
Right? It's a very stated rule in the organization that we have to be a part of as many crop cutting experiments as we can. And the reason is, when you do crop cutting experiments, you communicate with farmers. You're on the ground. You're not sitting in an office and then trying to run the crop insurance scheme. You can't.
Of course.
I myself have been to crop cutting experiments many a times. The third is, do you have a digital infrastructure today where farmers can connect with you at any point in time? That helps them. They know that my insurance company is close to me, just a button press.
Yeah.
Do you proactively communicate with your customers or not? Do you send them updates on what's happening on the scheme, what's happening on the climate, what's happening to the crop developments? So I think a complete ecosystem of voluntarily talking to the customers, farmers, ensuring that their grievances are handled in time, and of course, as I said, ultimately ensuring that the claims are paid in time. That's the only way to build trust.
Yes.
So there is no fixed, there's no science in building trust. I mean, end of the day, building trust is emotion. So you have to also handle situations with emotions if you want to build trust. That's my take on it.
Mr. Anuj, thank you for joining us on our podcast Expert Says today. It was those keys inputs were very essential. I'm sure our audience also enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you very much. Thank you. Namaskar.